Okay, so this is about to go into the oven. Make sure the lid's on nice and tight. Slide it straight in and shut the oven quickly so none of the heat escapes. I'm going to turn the oven temperature down. I'll be displaying the oven temperatures over the top of the video. I'm just going to turn it down to a level a little cooler than the than the preheating temperature. And now we're going to leave it in there for, well, I leave it in there for 25 minutes, half an hour. The loaf in total will want probably 45 minutes, maybe 50. So it's been about 25 minutes since we put our dough into the Dutch oven, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the lid off so that the crust can form properly. After this time, you'll probably see that the crust has actually already started to form. The oven spring's typically over within about sort of 10 minutes. So let's open it up. Beware, this is going to be extremely hot. So have a towel or two at hand, and you don't have to worry too much about the temperature here. But I'm going to try and do this. I'm going to have to put this on the floor so you can see inside it. And there we've got a beautiful bit of oven spring. If I turn that round, Charlie, you can see we've got this top's popped off really perfectly. We've got nice ears formed. It's looking really gorgeous. So the idea now is we finish the bake by just taking the lid off so the crust can form properly. If you want, you can take it out of here, but it's really quite tight in. So there's probably not much point. We'll probably just damage it trying to get it out. So I'm just going to leave the lid off, put it back in. This loaf is about, I think it's about 800 grams or so, maybe a tiny bit less. So in total, that would probably be about, I think this would need about 45 minutes in total, maybe a bit more. We'll judge it by the crust size. So I'm going to turn the oven temperature down a little bit. I'll pop it in and I'll talk to you about, oh, that's quite heavy. Mind your fingers. Put it in. Now, I've got the fan oven switched off here because otherwise we can hear it on the audio. If you have the fan on, it's important to turn it round every 10 minutes or so it cooks evenly from all sides. Fan ovens will blast heat from one side. So a few words about how long to leave it in now for. I judge it by the colour of the crust, but you want to make sure that it has long enough for the dough to cook through properly. So something this size, as I said, needs about 45-50 minutes. And so you want to turn the temperature down so that the crust doesn't get too dark too quickly. So we'll just keep on checking. If you're worried, just open the door to let a bit of heat out. I'm just going to leave it, and when I think the crust's the right colour, I shall take it out. But I'll turn it round once or twice before I get there.